Good evening and welcome to everybody. India's insurance penetration in 2025 is projected to be at 3.7%, which is relatively low as compared to the global average of 7%. India's IoT market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 20 to 25% over the next 5 years. The Indian telematics insurance market is expanding rapidly, with reports suggesting that it could reach a value of $3 billion this year. This indicates substantial growth potential through technological advancements. The clock is ticking. Are we ready? Welcome to BFSI Learning Week by KNOLSKAPE. Today we have a stalwart of the insurance industry with us, Mr. Ramkumar Krishnamoorthy, who would be enlightening us on AI, IoT, and telematics, the future of insurance. Mr. Ramkumar Krishnamoorthy is the Executive Vice President and Chief of Learning and Development and Channel Admin for SBI Life Insurance. Mr. Ramkumar is an MSc in Mathematics from the University of Madras. He has an International PG Diploma in Life Insurance from the Indian Institute of Risk Management, Hyderabad. He's a General Management Programs at ISB. He's done a project management program at IIM Kolkata, a marketing leadership program at IIM Ahmedabad, and leadership programs at IIM Kolkata and IIM Indore. He's also attended leadership development programs at NUS Singapore, international seminars on reinsurance at Japan, robotic process automation at Singapore, and many educational trips to various countries. Mr. Ramkumar has worked with LIC of India. He was a direct recruit AAO of 1992 batch, wherein he worked in both admin and marketing at LIC. Mr. Ramkumar joined SBI Life in March of 2006, and since then, he's handled various roles. He's been the state head, region head in agency channel. He's been the overall head of region as regional director in various geographies across India. He's been the deputy chief operating officer. He's been the country head of institutional alliances, and he's currently heading L&D and sales administration. Mr. Ramkumar has keen interest in data analytics, operations processes, and has been part of the team which has won many awards in these areas. His passion is frontline sales training of insurance intermediaries and team leaders. He's also an invitee to various forums for discussions like Insurance Institute of India, CLO Forum, etc. So without further ado, Mr. Ramkumar, I'll turn this over to you to enlighten all of us on this extremely intriguing subject of AI, IoT, and telematics, the future of insurance. So Ramkumar.
Very good evening, Mr. Meghdoot, and the entire audience who have joined this session with a lot of expectations. I will try to see how much I can match your expectations. Pardon me if I'm a little fast. I'm rushing through many topics because many topics, it's not that it is new to people. Those who are there attending this will be aware of so many things which I'm talking here. I'm just trying to put things in the right perspective, and I'm trying to bring in as many examples as possible. So the first few slides, you may wonder whether I'm directly on the topic or I'm talking something very general. But as and when I progress, you will understand how these initial slides which I am going to show you and initial discussions will be linked to the topic which we are going to discuss today. So can we start the presentation, Kavita? So as you can see, the topic is AI, IoT, and telematics, the future of insurance. Next slide, please. So this is a known Peter Drucker's statement. The greater danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence. It is to act with yesterday's logic. So this means that we have to actually, what this means is we have to be prepared for the future in a big way. Not being prepared for the future in a big way is the greatest danger than the turbulence itself. This is what it means. Next slide, please. So this is a technology timeline. All those who have experience in BFSI and insurance will know about this. This may be common not only to insurance, but to any BFSI segment in the country. Maybe here and there a few years, some industry may be ahead, some industry may be following it or whatever. So pre-2000, it was mostly what we call manual monopoly, physical policies issued, policy bonds, green color bonds issued by LIC in green color paper with stamping, so on and so forth. This all of us know. I mean, those who are, I don't know, this, I mean, Gen Z and all that, I get confused with the words. But I mean, those who have been in the system for long will know that manual policies were issued before. That is new. That may be news to them actually. So if it is bank, then term deposit receipts will be issued, or savings account passbook will be issued. It's the same across various industries. Some kind of digitization happened at the end of the year 2000, because I still remember the problem of Y2K. So it means that systems were there and something was happening during when we crossed over to the current century. But then digitization actually began in the first decade of this century, with many an institution bringing in CRM and web presence and so on and so forth. But 2011 to 20 was a big leap. It was real acceleration of the digital areas, and many institutions brought in digital means of reaching out to people, reaching out to business, reaching out to customers. The video KYCs, the apps got developed, the mobile penetration increased, WhatsApp made a big difference. All this happened in the previous decade. So what is news about the current decade? Current decade is going to be very different. It's going to be very fast, much faster than the previous 3 decades. Maybe what happened in the last 30, 40 years may happen in this decade, or why not in the next 5 years. So it is predicted that AI, IoT and embedded insurance, which is the topic which we are talking today, will be gathering a lot of pace, and the entire processes may change to suit these new things that are coming in. We are seeing day in and day out news coming in the IT sector. Many programmers are fearing they will be out of the job with AI. So a lot of changes are happening very fast. I'll be talking about the skill gap also in the future slides. So this gives a huge opportunity for insurance also, because underwriting and I mean, so many services which are peculiar to insurance will see a major change of how it is being done. So and the question isn't, it's not the question if technology will reshape us, it's whether we shape it first. If we are able to shape technology first, it is more useful. It's going to be, I mean, useful for us, the organization and the society at large. Next slide, please. So when we talk about any business, it is the customer who comes in the forefront, right? So without the customer, nothing moves, and it is the customer who is the focal point of any change. So this is no exception. Technology and AI is also no exception. See, the customer's behavior has shifted over a period of time, and it's shifting very fast, because they are also operating in the same environment. They are also having access to technology. And if you recollect those days, only when an incident happens in the family, somebody becomes sensitive about insurance. Oh, we should take insurance. It should not happen to us. So it was basically a reactive behavior. But today, it is all proactive, because the information is there, and people are sensitized with insurance. And for example, a 30-year-old salaried person today, he buys a health plan immediately, because that is the need of the hour. He knows that anything can happen anytime, and health treatments are costly, hospital treatments are costly. And to buy that, he gets into social media, he compares and contrasts, and then he chooses what is best for him. So this is the proactive the customer we are talking about, and that is the customer of today. It's only, I mean, this group will only increase, because the youngsters are they are 2/3 of the population, less than age 35. All of you know the demographics of India, which is quite famous. And this habit of buying risk, I mean, going for cover after the risk has happened, is slowly changing into prevention. And we are seeing more and more acceptance coming in, with a major part of the society getting medically insured. I think the days are not far away when we reach 80-90% insurance in this country also. So the customer today is aware, and he is using all electronic items, and he is very much familiar with technology, and it will only increase in the days to come. Now, the customer of okay, I mean, a customer is convinced to take insurance. Then how does he go about it? Previously, there were 2-3 plans which LIC was very popular, and 70-80% of sales used to happen in a few plans and only one insurance company. Similarly, general insurance will have a few plans. Today, you look at it, life, general, and health. Each company has multiple plans, and today the demand is for personalization. He decides what I want, and I want a combination of this also. He asks. He says, this is not in this product. Let me look at some other product. So today's demand is on personalization of the products. So that is the change we are seeing in the customer. And this is quite given. Today, who visits the bank branch? I think if you recollect, leave alone insurance, nobody visits. But anybody visited the bank branch? I don't know. I mean, I have to recollect and see when I visited my banking branch, home branch. I really don't know. So it's all, I mean, digital based today. And the engagement is also continuous. See, I recollect in LIC days, and why LIC days? Even some 10 years before, people used to send renewal notices. And we will say, I didn't pay the premium because I didn't receive the renewal notice from the insurance company. It's all outdated today. And today there is nudge to pay the renewal this thing premium, even before the due date comes by ways of various electronic means and all that. So a lot of customer behavior has changed, and this we have to observe very closely. Next slide, please. So if customers have evolved, the question is, have our skills kept pace with the expectation of the customer? So I started from customer because I said that is the focal point. So customers have gone digital. They are aware. Are we working according to the customer's requirement is the question that companies have to ask. Insurance is no longer a post-risk decision. It's a proactive, wellness-linked and experience-driven decision today. Are our teams and systems and skills, most importantly, evolving in the same pace? Let's look at what the global reports say, because it's not that I'm saying. So these are kind of known to all of you. You might be familiar with the reports which are coming in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn Learning has come out with this report that the skills are changing at an unprecedented pace, and 25% of skills in job roles have changed since 2015. And see, the future is going to be much more faster, as I said. By 2030, they say 70% of skills, what I mean by skills is the skills required to operate effectively are expected to change. Skill obsolescence is a talent drain. We are seeing attrition happening in industries because people are not able to cope up with the skills required for the day. I started in the first slide itself talking about IT. Today, in the IT field, with AI coming in, everybody is looking for cover. They have started studying. They have started re-equipping themselves very fast. There is a big threat that if they work in the same fashion, what they know, how they have been doing the last 10, 15 years, they may not survive the next few years also. So this is a very important point to observe. And most companies don't know what skills they have or they need. Both are a problem. Companies don't know what skill sets their employees actually have and what they need. So there is a big gap in this, and it's a big challenge also, which we'll be facing in the days to come. Next slide. Next slide, please. Now, this is a McKinsey report. This has come out in November. This is specifically about insurance. Okay. So it's titled "The Glass Half Full." That is the title. So it conveys a lot of meaning. In the introduction, Mr. Meghdoot was talking about the opportunity in penetration. Penetration has been flat for the last 25 years. Ever since even when the industry opened up, there was a lot of hue and cry that penetration is low and we have to. Yes, the growth has happened, but the growth has happened only in tune with the GDP. And penetration actually has not happened in the sense that we have not improved in the penetration. That is, what is the percentage of premium as compared to the GDP. So we have been flat all throughout, so the penetration is also flat. And the opportunity is huge. And if you actually look into it, it's a capability deficit. Operational gaps are there, and it's a capability deficit rather than potential. Because potential, nobody can challenge the huge middle class population. Why a middle class population? It is the person who feels he's not earning enough, who needs more insurance actually, in the sense that his family has to survive in case he's not there, in case the breadwinner is not there. So there can be no other reason except operational gaps and capability deficit, which are the two key things happening. And this comment has been made in McKinsey. Indian APE per active life insurance agent is less than 50% of China and Indonesia. So one is a big country and one is a smaller country. And when we say China, we may say, okay, China is a bigger country than us. But what about Indonesia? So our APE per active agent is even lesser than what is happening in Indonesia. So this is the fact of the matter in the Indian context, and a lot of opportunities are there. And the 63% of agents still use traditional selling techniques. I don't know, when customers are looking at WhatsApp, customers are looking at internet, customers are looking at aggregation of insurance products on the internet. Still, we are seeing agents who are not using the techniques which are required to reach out to these customers and approach these customers the way they want. So there's a big gap, and this clearly shows there is misaligned. We are misaligned. The market is misaligned with evolving customer preferences, and this has to be attended to very fast. Next slide, please. So World Economic Forum, a few months back, they had done a study about the future of jobs report, and they made a projection. 39% of current skills will be outdated by 2030. This is big. 39% is a big number in the next 5 years. This is mainly because AI, automation, and people who are in know of these things only will get the new jobs, and they will be in demand rather than the people who at present are otherwise not using these tools. 59 out of every 100 workers will need training by 2030. This is also a big 60% of the workforce will require reskilling and retraining. 29 can be upskilled in their current roles. So they are giving some kind of consolation to these people. And 19 need reskilling for deployment. 11 are at risk of being left behind. So this shows the immense change that is going to happen in skills, because this is about basically, though it's about insurance, BFSI segment, since we are L&D fraternity and related people who wants to know what is the skill gap. I think these are the relevant points to talk today. 63% of employers say skill gaps are the number one barrier to business transformation, surpassing cost, regulation, or tech access. It's a big number. And it's good news that 85% of employees plan to prioritize upskilling, while 40% plan workforce reductions due to skill irrelevance. These are very good pointers for how the skill gap will work, and what will be the effect of this skill gap, and what is the opportunity herein for those who are working on these areas. Next slide. Now, finally, I will summarize, because it's a big report. It's available in public domain. You may have access to it, or already you might have seen it. But I am interested in this particular slide, which gives a kind of Johari window on what the employers feel about the core skills in 2030. So as you can see, all of us are familiar in reading the Johari. The right-hand top corner is what actually is the sweet spot. So there you can see all these three names which we are using today, or something related to that, are there. AI and big data, technological literacy, creative thinking, curiosity, and lifelong learning is an additional point. So these two are on the technical side, and two are on the basic attitude and thinking and innovation side, creative thinking. So it's not that we are talking this out of context. It's very much in context and very much with the research that the market has. So this I thought we will share. Next slide, please. So now the World Economic Forum report further goes into industry-wise. It has geography-wise also. Those who are interested may refer to that report. What I am showing you is just two slides which I was talking about industry, and since our topic is about AI, big data, and technology, I picked up those areas. And AI and big data, of course, automotive and aerospace, they say 100% will be the skill category. 100% will be considered as the skills required. Insurance, pension, and financial services are 5th and 6th. So this skill category will be growing in importance in workforce by 97%. So these are all very high numbers. Similarly, technological literacy. Here again, insurance and pension management comes 4th position at 81%, and financial services is much higher at second position. So BFSI and insurance technology skill requirement will be the most sought after, especially AI, big data, and in generic terms, we can call it technology literacy. In both these charts, this is a requirement. Next slide, please. So the top 10 industries. So the previous one was based on AI and technology. Now we are getting specifically into which industry. As you can see, in creative thinking, which was in the top quadrant of the Johari. In creative thinking, insurance and pension management is ranked as number 1. And curiosity and lifelong learning is ranked as number 2 for the insurance and the pension industry. So apart from technology, for insurance and insurance in pension industry, it requires creative thinking. So I'm combining both, not only AI, but you need to be creative of how you are going to use it, is the message that we are getting from this report of World Economic Forum. Next slide, please. So a kind of summary, or you can call it the new DNA of high-performing insurance professionals. So digital fluency, analytical thinking, tech-enabled service mindset. I will explain these terms a bit because you may feel it's newly coined terms which are not very familiar in the market. Adaptive selling. So I have used different words than normal because it conveys something. I'll explain it to you. And the innovation mindset. You saw that creative thinking is top in the quadrant with the research also. Now, what is digital fluency? See, digital insurance professionals must now be comfortable using CRMs, that is customer relationship management modules, AI pitch tools, customer data platforms, and even wearable link apps. I think I'll talk more about it going forward because wearables will be the next generation of how technology is going to be used. The World Economic Forum Future of Jobs 2025 cites tech literacy as a top 5 future skill, which I showed you in the previous slide. So digital fluency is very important, and McKinsey also flags India's digital productivity lag despite growing workforce. We have a growing workforce. We say we are we have a huge IT group, IT skilled employment and all that, but the digital productivity lag is tagged as one of areas which lags the Indian productivity. Now, analytical thinking, reading dashboards, interpreting trends, understanding customer behavior, now is all very discrete, and it's not getting analyzed in the way that they should get analyzed. So it's not only for frontline underwrite, it's also for the management, also for the salespeople, sales management, and it is for the advisor too, when he analyzes a customer and customer's portfolio, customer's background. So a lot of technical tools can be used, and this analytical thinking should be combined with the technical tools. And one should have a tech-enabled service mindset. Now, what do we mean by this? See, from AI chatbots to app-based servicing, today's advisor is not just a seller. They are an experience enabler. Okay. The BCG Insurance report also cites customer centricity and digital innovation as the core growth drivers in insurance industry. You saw in the previous slide. Now, is there a difference between the first one? Digital fluency and tech-enabled service mindset? Yes. So digital fluency is something like saying, yes, I know how to use the app. But what is the corresponding tech-enabled service mindset? I use the app to make my customers' life easier. It is enabling. It is enablement. Similarly, digital fluency may mean focus on tools and tech mastery. That is some digital fluency. What is the corresponding tech-enabled service mindset? Focus on experience and empathy using technology. So that is what I call the mindset. Digital fluency is task execution. What is tech-enabled service delivery? Corresponding to that, that is value delivery. And digital fluency means internal productivity. So I'm using technology to be more productive. But for tech-enabled service mindset, it is what is the impact of this? What is the external impact of this? So both these terms are different. I thought I should set the context right for you to understand. Now, adaptive selling. So even you can see today in insurance, mostly it is very traditional selling, maximum giving a quote, and not comparing and contrasting, not trying to convince the customer this is suitable to you. So these things are all very common even today in the Indian mindset, and that is one reason why the penetration is not improving, why the growth is not there in the Indian insurance industry. So we have to use technology, adapt technology, and use it for improving the productivity. So, and the last but not the least, the innovation mindset. Whether it is I'm designing, see, the innovation mindset and the technical tools that we have go together. Innovation can bring new products because you have technology. We never think like that. Today we say I have a product, to improve the servicing I will use technology. But let us understand the innovation should be in the product, because the technology is available, how I can improve the product delivery. And this is the way that we have to see, and then only the scaling and traction will happen in the industry. Next slide, please. So we talked a lot about the skill gap. Now I am coming to the topic. I think you guys will be satisfied. 13th slide, I am coming to the topic given to me by Mr. Meghdoot. AI, IoT, and telematics. So first time you are seeing this topic straight on the screen. So I think by now I would have convinced that this topic is related to the insurance industry's growth and future, and the skill gap that persists, which should not become a bottleneck for the industry's growth in the next few years. So AI, how it helps the modern customer? I mean, it's quite clear. AI, most of us are aware, maybe using ChatGPT or Gen AI or whatever, chatbot. So all of us are familiar with this now, and most of us know some use cases, at least, if not fully studied. All of you know some use cases. So it predicts needs. It can personalize the pitch to the customer. It can automate decisions. So very briefly, I am trying to explain what AI can do. Internet of Things. Just giving example is the most popular example is the wearables that we use to measure, which can be passed on through connectivity, and we can measure how many steps somebody is walking. We can measure what has been the BP record, what has been the sugar, diabetic record, etc., etc. So a lot of things can be done because people are started using wearables, which is quite common. And telematics, true. All of us are familiar with telematics in this thing, motor insurance premium, and we have seen case studies of how the driving patterns and driving habits of drivers can be used to price the insurance cover, so on and so forth. So these topics are all interlinked, and lot of opportunities are there. And maybe you may feel last 15 years nothing has happened, last 10 years nothing has happened, but now it is reaching a level where these combining AI, IoT, and telematics, combining these three, I think it's going to be making a big impact in the market, the insurance market, in many areas of how we operate, what products are available, how the customer benefits. It can even reduce the cost, which we will see in the future slides. Next slide, please. Now I will get into 4 or 5 core areas of insurance, so that, and I'll also give you some use cases for each of these points, so that you will understand what this means. So end to end, we start with we say proposal to claim. So we start with underwriting. So underwriting, how I can use AI? I think many companies have already started. AI models are analyzing health, income, lifestyle, and credit data with such a speed that on the fly, somebody can complete the underwriting. Underwriting is mostly automated today in the industry. Most of the companies, 95% underwriting is automated, and the component of AI that is used in automated underwriting has only increased, if not 100%. So and that is the situation of today. For example, you have a 35-year-old salaried applicant who enters his income, location, and he gives any authentic number like PAN number or something. So today we have the mechanism that AI can look at all possible verifications in a minute or two, if not a fraction of a second, and instantly it can give the decision: premium, non-smoker, normal premium, that is ordinary premium, and he can pay the premium immediately. Technology is available today. That is what AI can actually make in underwriting. And medical is replaced with verifications. Today we have medical records. There is improvement, if not a perfection like Western countries. We definitely have some improvement in availability of medical records. And if is able to, and going forward with so much of medical insurance claims being paid in the country, the situation will only improve, and there will be aggregation, and AI will be able to see what is the health status of this guy in the past 3-4 years or something like that. The next point, the behavior-based scoring. So I think telematics is the ideal example. So for example, driving patterns can be studied, which I mentioned, and what is the how fast he drives, how slow he drives today. I mean, GPS tracking is there. I mean, you have everything possible to find out how the vehicle has moved and how the driver has fared, and so on. And in future, there may be measuring of driving patterns, and a score can be assigned for charging the premium. So it's not that you have a table premium and you have a formula and it simply calculates and scores. So customer is also aware. He will say, why I have to pay? So these questions will come, and the customer demand will ensure that this personalization happens. And continuous risk refresh. So what do I mean by this? Underwriting is no longer static. Okay, so a customer says that I had this health issue, but now I'm normal. I've reversed my diabetes. Why I should pay the premium? So I think we should not judge the future by the past. The customer is aware now, and there is a demand, and he will ask. So today, do we have? So now you combine telematics, you combine the tools and this thing he is wearing, and suppose he is transparent and records are available, and for 3-4 years you see that he has maintained his health, he will demand. Today in health insurance, as many of you are aware, the premiums can be revised after 5 years. So the customer will demand, these 5 years I've improved my health, so reduce my premium. So now we have the technology to measure this and do in future. Medical data interpretation, this is something which is 10 years, 12 years before this has happened. If medical reports are there with OCR and NLP technology, I mean natural language process technology, the lab values can be immediately converted, and the errors can be seen, and within a fraction of a minute, one can see the result. Yes, this case can be accepted. So medical data, I'm just saying the basics. This will only improve because technology has to improve to read an X-ray. It has to improve to read a EEG. It has to improve to read a. So as and when technology improves, now manual intervention of seeing the medical records will no longer be there, and AI and tools will be available to measure and improve the underwriting, not only the speed but also the quality. And the lifestyle-driven underwriting, I think wearables I have talked multiple times. I'm not talking. So look at the right-hand side picture, which I am confident will happen. Issuance on the go. With this kind of technology available, I think most of you will agree we are able to foresee that somebody can get this policy issued, whether it is a life, medical, or property insurance or whatever, vehicle insurance or whatever, in a fraction of say 10-15 minutes, this policy can be issued, whatever. So this is where we are heading to, and this is AI, IoT, and telematics are going to make this happen for you. Next slide, please. Now coming to the other end of the spectrum, underwriting to claims. Claims, we know a lot of use cases are there. When I joined LIC, somebody used to joke that insurance companies, how they advertise. So one joke was, they will say that the guy, fell down from the 14th floor. Those days, the LIC building in Chennai had 14 floors. So they will take it as an example. And assuming that that guy will die, when he reached the first floor, LIC gave the check. And that guy said, you should have given it to me earlier. Now I will fall down and die. And I will ensure that your claim is rightly paid. So, these were the jokes. But today, the kind of settlement that is happening, many companies have started talking about same day settlement in life insurance. Medical also can move. Today, cashless is what? Cashless is same day settlement. So it's not that it is not happening. It is happening, and it will only improve. The percentages will improve over a period of time because the verification methods, the validation methods, the aggregation of data, aggregation of documents which are presented, everything has improved, and it's only improving, and it is going to the next level. Even medical insurance, I think, will have huge improvements in the days to come. Accidents, I think the data available when he crossed some point, the photos on the spot can be taken. So many things can improve over a period that technology will help us to settle claims faster and faster. So I'm not dwelling much into this. I think I have made it general instead of getting into a point by point because we have a lot of ground to cover in the next half an hour. So here also I am confident. If you look at the right-hand side picture, that is going to happen. Real-time claim settlement. Maybe a couple of hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. We should see the amount hitting the customer's account in case it is other than a death claim or the nominee's account, if it is going to be a death claim, a life insurance death claim. So days are not far, and I think that should be the dream of every insurance person, that the industry is helping the customer in the maximum possible extent. Next slide, please. So sales, it's obvious that AI will help us in sales, and the propensity models that are developed in the industry are improving day by day, and the upselling and cross-selling, upselling, etc. They are improving everywhere. So the demographic, income, and product holding of a customer is given. Somebody can say, you do this to complete your portfolio. You have this, you have that, but you don't have this. I mean, this kind of analysis can be made in a very short period of time. And today, a lot of companies are there in the market who have given this kind of app to the distributors, who can compare and say, now you are having XYZ product, you give me this data, now I am telling you what product you require. So while it can be generic, not necessarily to insurance, it can be specific to insurance also. So it can create a balanced portfolio to the customer if you are able to say, for your age and for your risk profile and for your income, this is what is the gap in your product portfolio. So you please, I advise you to do this. So this will happen with AI. And not only that, it will say which product gives what to him also. It will tell him this product is there with this company, this product is there with this company, this product is there in the banking, this product is there in the mutual fund. So all that options can be given to the customer, and each option, what is the plus and minus. So these reports can be generated once it is tutored. It can be generated in a short span of time. And the second one is very interesting. Real-time lead nudging via IoT. See, people are having wearables, and they are having mobiles. They are carrying the mobile with them, which tracks the movement, activity, etc. So it can nudge their sales teams. This you are seeing every day. If you go to Facebook and by mistake you click one ad, the same product you will get 7 ads in the next 5 minutes in your Facebook. I am telling you something which is happening. So now you have a customer. You have a customer who has visited a place, and he has posted. Somewhere that I went to this house to because one of my friend's mother has died. One of my friend's father has died. One of my friends I went to meet in the hospital. Suppose he is posting. Tomorrow there will be a real-time need, and there will be an insurance company sending a message, please insure yourself against accidents, against life. Why not? So I'm just theoretically talking, but it is possible. It's going to happen with technology available. Cross-sell and upsell. A policyholder with a health plan and a recent maturity claim history, he say he's of age group, say 50-55. The AI can immediately, when the maturity is receiving itself, will say, you don't have critical illness top up, you don't have annuity, you have lost all your insurance cover. So why don't you choose a combination of this? So there will be upselling and cross-selling happening with AI. And geo-intelligent lead targeting. See, we have to use the tools available. So based on the geography, so suppose I am prompted, an insurance agent is going in a village, and there is demographic data available in the backend. We say that, demographic data will be studied and said, this area which you are now today visiting has a lot of weavers who don't have insurance cover. Their income band is less than 1.5 to 2 lakhs. The right product offered is so-and-so product available in your company. So it can prompt. In fact, today we are using it to monitor our sales force, where they are going, how many hours they are spending in the field, etc. But it can be used for business also. So these are the use cases which comes to my mind in sales. And the right side, as I said, on the spot closure. If I am giving points to help the distributor to talk to the customer, the right points, which is the need of the hour for the customer, it can help in improving the closure on the spot also. This can happen. Next slide, please. I should have covered this in the beginning, customer service. We usually start with customer service, but I thought I'd start from underwriting, claims to sales, and then customer service. So I can give innumerable number of points. One slide will not be enough. And all of you who are here also will give much more points, even I cannot say I'm exhaustive. This is the use of AI. Today, AI chatbots have become very famous. So those days we used to wait for a renewal premium notice. Today in a chat box, if a customer says, when is my renewal premium due? Simply he is coming into the site and asking. I am telling you, he can complete his payment in the next 5 minutes. That is the technology that is available today, and the kind of link that the systems have with the data, and etc. And not only that, it will say, you are having a policy for this, you are having a policy for this, you don't have a policy for this need. You don't have a product, but we have a product. To that extent, it can do. That is the customer service that can happen. And lot of other things I have mentioned, similar points. I think this is quite explanatory what I am showing on the screen. I think since time is a little short now, I'll try to be brief here. Let us go to the next slide. Now, most interesting, what is there for L&D in this? We spoke about skill gap. We spoke about customer expectation. We spoke about potential of AI, chatbot, etc. Now comes the main role of L&D. How are we going to utilize this to improve the performance of L&D, and as a result, improve the productivity of the workforce? Can I request Kavita to play the first video, please? So, what is the feel? I don't know whether any content development L&D team people are there from anywhere who have seen this. I think some of you at least will feel that if content development can be done by Chat GPT, then what I will do sitting in office, right? It's not about that. We need to see how to use these AI tools for content development, faster reach content development. So what you saw now in the video is the Chat GPT is able to create 3 slides for you. At least the content it is able to give. And what should be the points when you talk about protection plan to a customer, or insurance plan to a customer. That's it. So this is what technology can do for us, L&D. Lot of things it can do. Now, while we saw the traditional PPT preparation, what AI can do. Now, let us go to the second video. It's not that I'm talking. You might have thought that so many things I've shown here, and did I do something out of all this AI? So this is what we have done in SBI Life, and which has won the IMC Bajaj Quality Award also for a new concept. So just watch this video.
Classroom training has always been the backbone of learning, but let's admit it, it has its limits. One-size-fits-all sessions, generic role plays, limited reach, and the biggest gap, no personalized real-time feedback for each individual. Today's learner wants more relevance, more flexibility, more real-life practice. Training should feel less like a lecture and more like a live, meaningful conversation. That's where AI-powered learning steps in. Personalized role plays, anytime access, real objections from real personas, instant feedback from AI, actionable coaching from your manager. This isn't replacing classroom training. It's making learning sharper, deeper, and more personalized. Training, the way it should be. In July, we began this journey to complement our classroom sessions with AI-powered learning. A bold move to reimagine how our people learn, practice, and grow. Because the future of learning isn't either or, it's blended, traditional wisdom, tech-enabled mastery. 3 proofs of concept, 2,600 users, from field sales force to branch managers, area managers, trainers, DRM, and ZAMs across levels and geographies. 20 plus AI role plays covering key segments: protection, savings, power, child, retirement, and ULIPs. Started with one-way sales pitches, evolved into two-way conversational objection handling with AI as the customer.
Good evening, Rajesh. This is Saravanan.
Good evening, Saravanan. How can we continue our conversation?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I think you have shown the interest towards our production plan.
AI scores your pitch. Your trainer or line manager sharpens your edge. Instant review, guided learning, powerful impact.
ठीक है, लेकिन बाजार में और भी चाइल्ड प्लान्स अवेलेबल हैं। ये उनसे अलग कैसे हैं?
बिल्कुल, ये उनसे अलग ऐसे है कि बहुत सारे चाइल्ड प्लान जो मार्केट में अवेलेबल हैं उसमें इनबिल्ट वेवर ऑफ प्रीमियम का ऑप्शन अवेलेबल नहीं है, और हमारे इस प्लान में इनबिल्ट वेवर ऑफ प्रीमियम का ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है। इनबिल्ट वेवर ऑफ प्रीमियम से मतलब ये है कि जिस प्रपोजर ने इस प्लान को अपने बच्चे के लिए प्रपोज किया है, इनकेस यदि उसको कुछ हो जाता है तो आगे के पूरे प्रीमियम जो है वेव ऑफ हो जाते हैं।
98% plus users said it boosted their confidence and sales readiness. Real conversations, real growth.
समझ गई, लेकिन क्या इसका रिटर्न म्यूचुअल फंड्स जितना अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि वहाँ ग्रोथ ज्यादा मिलती है?
देखिए, मैं आपको बताऊं, एक हाथ की तुलना दूसरे हाथ से नहीं कर सकते। कंपैरिजन अगर हम करें तो एप्पल टू एप्पल करें। मतलब अगर जो म्यूचुअल फंड है वो सुरक्षित मुझे भविष्य नहीं दे सकता, सुरक्षित कॉर्पस नहीं दे सकता, उसकी गारंटी नहीं दे सकता। म्यूचुअल फंड मुझे ये भी नहीं दे सकता कि आज जो मैं म्यूचुअल फंड में जमा कर रहा हूं, कल को अगर मैं नहीं रहूं तो क्या म्यूचुअल फंड ऐसा विकल्प देता है कि मेरे जो म्यूचुअल फंड का निवेश है वो जारी रहेगा। मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा हम बच्चे के केस में ऐसा नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि बच्चे का जो चाइल्ड एजुकेशन जो कॉर्पस का गोल है वो गारंटीड गोल है।
And now we are ready to go live for 16,000 plus employees. AI role plays at scale for impact.
So what you saw now is a successful project that we did, and now this year we have started launching for the entire sales force of the company. So salespeople, they gain confidence by talking to the AI bot, and the AI bot throws objections to them, which they usually face when they meet the customers. And what you saw here was the final video that they uploaded after practicing with the kind of confidence that they are talking to the bot. Hopefully, they talk with the same confidence to the customer. So I'm sure all of you will accept this will improve their confidence levels, their knowledge levels also when they go and speak. And they will speak the right thing to the customers because we are giving them the material of what is to be spoken. So these tools will help us. This has been followed in other industries also, this BFSI, but in pharma industry, I've seen that they train like this to their medical reps. Same language will be spoken from the frontline medical rep to the zonal manager of pharma. So same thing in insurance and BFSI can be used, in banking it can be used. Now avatar-led learning for immersion practice. This is, I think, very popular. I don't know how many of you have asked Warren Buffett avatar. In fact, we had invited one Mr. Raghav Agarwal of Fluid AI, which is which is a popular AI company among the startups. He has featured in the Forbes magazine also. So he has done the Warren Buffett avatar, which actually answers to every investor. So what they do, they have the Warren Buffett, whatever he has said at whatever point of time, they have a database. And then if the customer asks a question, the AI is able to search the database and confirm that the database, whatever has been told at what point of time, whether it is relevant answer to the question that the investor is asking, it can pull it from there and answer with that same language with the avatar of Warren Buffett shown on screen as though he is answering. So this makes an impact. Today we have the Dhonis and Kohlis who come and talk about sports and health and all that. It has that kind of impact. So avatar-led learning can improve. For example, you can have your marketing head. I'm coming and talking about how good a product is there, and he will be answering the question. So a lot of things can be done using the AI tool in L&D and for people to learn. And personalized learning path, I think, will be the game changer using AI. In future slide, I will tell you how it is. How I will expand this point to you. Go to the next slide. So now, smart sales clinic. Now, when we talk about wearables, a virtual reality. I mean, you would have seen people. I think most of you know what a virtual reality is. People wearing big glasses and watching something is virtual reality. So now we have clinics. We tried this smart sale clinics. We have not yet gone full hog on this, but then we are just trying how it will help. So this will give an actual experience how a salesperson actually behave before a customer. So, and then that can be played and seen and observed. The body language of the person who is doing the sales, etc., can be observed, and the supervisory official can go for correction mode with the help of the L&D team. So these technologies can be used in an effective manner to improve the skills of the frontline salespeople. Next slide, please. Now I am summarizing. Yeah. So what do we want to see? We cannot achieve things unless there is an ROI which helps any concept. Whatever you wanted to do, it has to be backed with the ROI. Otherwise, there will be no acceptance, and it is not a fashion to say that I am also using AI. Will AI, IoT, and telematics drive cost reduction? I think it is quite obvious. See, if bots can handle, say, 80-90% of repetitive queries which come from customers and distributors for premium rates, why not customers, distributors, investors also who hold the shares of the company? Example can be premium dates, fund values, nominee dates, and the investor can ask so many things about your balance sheet, whether this is there, how it is interpreted, which product gives more margin. So different stakeholders you can create handles and save a lot of cost, and that too with accuracy you can see the answers. And this will reduce the dependency on more call center staff, manpower dependency, and not only that, faster solutions, which leads to significant OPEX savings. Faster TAT. We just saw in the previous slides how it can improve the TAT. Various examples we have seen both in underwriting and claims. This helps in customer retention. Not only customer retention, since it reduces the cost, obviously the expenses come down of the company. It profits not only the shareholder but the customer also in terms of product available at the appropriate cost, because your charges are coming down. And sales productivity. We saw in the case of sales how it can improve the productivity by improving the sales quality and knowledge level of the people using AI technologies, even correcting them in their sales page, even their body language, etc. So obviously when sales productivity improves, when the denominator improves automatically as a ratio, the expense ratio will come down, whatever be the numerator. And a targeted L&D, improved field performance. So for L&D, you just saw this video. So is it possible for a number of human trainers to actually reach out to so many people and train them in objection handling one-to-one after giving them marks? It's simply impossible. So I have 16,000 sales staff. If this can handle 13,000 sales staff and they can learn by themselves and practice, then my problem is limited to 3,000 sales staff. I'm not saying it will correct everybody. So this is the biggest advantage that AI can give. I only gave one small example of AI, which is video based sales training. Innumerable number of things can be done. For example, before he visits the customer using Gen AI or Gen AI, if all the data is available in your LMS, learning management system, you'll say, I'm going to meet a customer of age 35 who is having so and so income and family size, and this is his need. It can give you a 5-point sales pitch. It can give you a 10-point sales pitch. It can give you product options. It can give you options of products within the industry, not only our company. It can compare insurance product with mutual fund and post office and give you all these things can be done in a jiffy by your app. So such apps are already there in the market. If any of you are aware of LIC for the club members have started, not in the fashion I'm talking. Some part of this is already there for all the club member agents of LIC. That is what I heard. So this can improve the field performance and reduce the cost of reaching out in terms of huge traction and saving physical labor and cost. And last point I already said, if AI can help us to verify the claim cases well, the accuracy of claim settlement will improve, thereby the leakage will be reduced. So the ROI is given, very much given, and it is quite logical that anybody will be convinced that implementation of AI and IoT and telematics will only improve the ROI provided we implement it well. Okay, next slide, please. So what next? So what companies must do? So the digital infrastructure should be created. It will not happen in one day. The entire infrastructure of digital end-to-end has to be created. Whether we have the infrastructure, legacy systems have to be moved out. If new things have to be implemented, whether we have the data in the proper format, whether if I give variables, whether my data will be transported in the way that I want. Do I have the telematics setup? And can we move the customers to apps? Today, every company, banking, obviously everybody is having an app of the bank. The day will come when everybody will have an app for insurance. And when we say all such things, the data governance is extremely important today because you have the Data Protection Act. And when I talk so many things, we should not forget the regulatory aspect, and the data governance structure has to be brought in. Products can be reimagined. I already told somewhere, the way we think about products, how to design a product itself will change because I have more tools now to monitor so many things. The way I do my products itself will change. So there will be a revolution in products available in the market. There will be a lot of partnerships happening with AI startups, which we have to find out what is the right kind of AI for my company, so on and so forth. Skill recalibration. Having done all this, if my team is not using the right skills, upgrading their skills to work with the AI tool, there is no use of doing all these things. So all these 5 things have to happen parallelly for me to see the benefit of this AI and IoT and so on. Next slide, please. So L&D has a big role, since this is basically a seminar and a week for the L&D to see what are the opportunities more than anybody else. I think digital mindset training. I think I spoke about this mindset change more than anything, right from the L&D to the users. All should be, the mindset change should be there. Then the leadership readiness. The train managers to lead hybrid teams. We should not. We should note each L&D person should know how to work with automation. What part will be automated and where I should chip in. I think this kind of change should be there in the leadership. And behavioral and tech fusion. So empathy. So when we bring in technology, sometimes there is a complaint that empathy is lacking. No, there are many examples which I can give. For want of time, I am not bringing it. I have the examples with me. The AI can be tutored for empathy. Based on what words the customer is using, I think we'll be able to tute the AI for empathy also. Based on what words they are using. So empathy can be built and it's a process which is continuous, and empathy can come in the language also. Today, even the government is there is someone a language bot in Bangalore, which is a startup which is working on which is an first Indian app which is pushed by the government itself, that in 16 languages I think it is going to deliver, and it will be available in Indian market at almost zero cost is what they are saying. They say it's very effective. Language is no longer a problem. So the empathy and emotions can be handled with the right language. I'm talking about Hindi or Marathi or Tamil or whatever. Then the role-specific tech enablement. So the need can be different. I explained about Salesforce. So what is their need? But the need of different people will be different in the organization. So accordingly, we can use tech enablement. We can have the dashboards, etc., and we'll be able to handle it. And the simulation and practice lab. This is extremely important for training because knowledge is different. Skill is different. This I need not teach at the end of a seminar where all big names will be hearing this. We know the difference. So what makes the difference from knowledge? People may be knowing things. The question is, are they doing the right thing to get the final productivity out of it? So simulation exercises and practice labs. I just showed one practice lab of an advisor entering and talking for convincing a customer, and using the body language, we find out what corrections can be made. So a lot of such things can be done with AI, and you don't need manual intervention because the AI itself can be asked to give a score and suggest corrections, what is to be done. So that is the power of technology that we have with us. Next slide. The second last slide, I'll just take a few moments. I've been trying to rush through, as you can all see, but I didn't want to close this without completing the presentation. So having spoken so much, is it complicated? Is it complicated? So this slide will tell you that it's not complicated. So this is about the story that changed the future of AI. Arvind Srinivas, is the co-founder of Perplexity AI. He narrates his conversation with Ilya Sutskever, who is the co-founder and former chief scientist of OpenAI. So he once took him to a whiteboard and drew just two circles. A big circle. What is a big circle? It is unsupervised generative learning. Train AIs to read and learn everything from the internet without labels. So first you create that database. So when we talk so many things, we feel, if I have the big circle, can I function? No, the big circle will not complete your job. You will not be able to be functional. So the crux lies in the small circle. Big circle is required. But then you come to the small circle, which is drawn inside, which is reinforcement learning. Improve behavior through feedback and interaction. So now we should focus on a few things and then improve the behavior of the AI through the feedbacks and the interaction that you are getting from it. And finally, he said, you don't need anything new, just do this in sequence. Throw a lot of compute at it and you will build general intelligence. So at that time, no one saw it clearly, but he was right. So this is, I think, is an important conversation which communicates, which makes it much simpler. It appears to be all around, but the crux lies in improving the behavior through feedback and interaction, reinforcement learning. Last slide, please. So we should build what matters, picking a point from the previous slide, and scale what works. So this is the slogan with which we have to approach this AI tool. Build what matters and scale what works. Because you should not be scaling on everything and then losing the ROI of your company. I think that is very, very, very much important. And if you look at this, it's almost like a Johari window only. It is drawn as it's looking like a rhombus, but it's a Johari window only. So the business value and the feasibility are the two coordinates which we are taking. And where the depending on where this stands, what are the likely wins? You will always have low-hanging fruits, and you will know logically this has to win. So the likely wins have to be taken on first priority. Then, where the business value is high, but the feasibility is only medium, you should take calculated risk. And where both the business value and feasibility are only medium, go for very selective options. And try whether it works. And then where the business value is medium but feasibility is high, maybe you can look for marginal gains because it is feasible. It's not going to be difficult. You can go ahead with it. So this is something which common sense tells us, and I'm sure that the management of companies will be capable enough to look at this, but it helps. So AI is going to change the world, and how fast? In the new world, it is not the big fish which eats the small fish. It is the fast fish which eats the slow fish. So this is by Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum. I'll repeat it. In the new world, it is not the big fish which eats the small fish. It is the fast fish which eats the slow fish. In the insurance world, the fast fish are those who embrace intelligent learning now and not someday. The future belongs to them. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramkumar, for being more than doing justice to this incredibly vast and extremely critical topic in today's day and age, and how critical and how important AI, IoT, and telematics is today for the insurance industry. I think the way you started in terms of bringing up Peter Drucker in saying that, yeah, don't look at tomorrow's problems with yesterday's solutions. I think that really set the tone for us. And as we move forward, your thoughts in terms of how important it is for us to be able to scale the skill ratio so that we are able to build some of those key tool sets as you shared with us from the World Economic Forum in terms of creative thinking, and aspects in terms of continuous learning, and having a curiosity mindset, extremely crucial for us to be able to build some of those very, very intelligent policies, products today, so that we are able to, because as you said right at the outset, the customer has evolved, but have our skills, have our people, and the policies and what we are providing to them has evolved. And I think one of the things that you showed through the videos to us in terms of how through a simple chat GPT prompt, you were able to provide to the salesperson a term plan in a matter of seconds. And at the same time, what really brought it is the humanization aspect, that only with an AI coach, because every person will need that validation, that reinforcement for them to be able to ensure that it sticks. And like you said, that you have seen tremendous improvement or scores in terms of how that sale has happened. So thank you so much for this insightful session, and the fact that it is very, very critical, like you finally shared with us, in terms of how critical this will be, and how important it is for us to understand what we need to scale, and what are the skill sets that will be required for us to be successful and stay ahead of the curve. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your insights, and look forward to having you us for our future sessions. Good evening, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. I had a good time. 1 hour. I was just looking at the watch. It was 4:45. Then only speeded up. I know that I had a lot of content there. I could have spent much more time, but I think 1 hour is the right time. I think people's attention span, they say, beyond 40 minutes is very difficult. So today I've extended it to 1 hour, and I hope that people enjoyed and they appreciated, and I hope it was useful to them. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.